If it's coming to a cheesecake, you can buy a Philadelphia cheesecake. I just got it from my local market. They have their own cheese cream. So either you can buy a Philadelphia or any kind of cheese cream. And now we're going to mix that with our mango mix. And also I'm going to add like a heavy whipped cream. I'm going to mix it into the whipped cream, and then I'm going to mix everything so it's going to be nice creamy consistency. But I have to also check how the consistency. I don't want this to be runny. I just want it to be nice and steady, and when it's going to go into the refrigerator, it's of course going to condense and it's going to should hold the structure. I'm going to add 2 of those. It is in here 0.66 pounds, and in this one is 71, so it's a £1.30 ounce of the cheesecake. Okay, here we go. And I warmed the cheesecake so it shouldn't be as thick as this sheet is. Okay. Here is the heavy whipped cream. I'm just going to beat that first, but don't beat that too much. Be careful when you are doing the actual whipped cream on your own, because if you beat this too much, you're going to turn that instead of into the whipped cream into the butter. Yes, you can make your own butter. Let me know, comment me. Do you want me to show you how to make your own butter? I will be glad to show you, but here we go. So first, I'm going to mix that. And how much? I'm just going to add like half of it. So, nice. So that is 473 milliliters. So 473 milliliters. So I'm just going to add like 240 of that. Yep. It should be enough. Into that mixture, I am going to add a little bit of the sugar. I'm not going to add too much of the sugar. Number one, I don't like too much sugar because then you feel like you crunching the cake with the sugar. That's never good. And if it's oversweet, overwhelming, you don't want to eat too many. And when it's just perfectly balanced with sweetness and tanginess and fruitiness, it's just the perfect cake that you just enjoy with a coffee and a good company, of course. So I'm just going to add like 2 tablespoons of the sugar, because mango is already sweet. I don't want to oversweet that. Okay, let's do it. See, it's starting to get thicker. At this point, I am turning it off. And I know you're going to be, it's not beaten enough yet, I know. But now I have to add this mixture of the sweet cream, whipped cream, into the cheesecake. And if I start beating it up even more with the cheesecake, it's not going to be a consistency or a final product final cheesecake I want, because it's going to start changing the whipped cream into the butter and it's not going to be good. So you need to always finish it in the perfect moment. So first I'm going to add a little bit of that amazing mango puree into the cheesecake. There we go. Look how thick it is. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. And now the cheesecake, our whipped cream. And how much? I'm just going to add this much for right now. So good. Oh my god, it is so good. Alright, and now I'm just going to start beating this up. If I need to add more mango because I want the color, and then I will. Or the same is about the whipped cream. I just want to see first the consistency I have. I'm just going to pull out this bunch of cheesecake is in there. Just want everything to be nice and smooth. Let's see if it's coming to a sweetness. Oh my god, it's so well. I'm just going to add a little bit more of that whipped cream. That's it. And maybe a little bit more of a mango, one by one. A little bit more of it, whipped cream. I'm going to add just tiny bit more of a mango. Just want that perfect color and creaminess. And I can see I'm getting that right now. Oh my god. That is going to be such a good cheesecake. I'm not going to toss it. Sorry, guys. Wow. Alright, let's build this together. I think I'm going to have more for 2 cheesecake than 1. Make sure that every corner of that is all good. Okay. I think I made too much. Oh my god. And I am not going to waste all these good pieces of mango. I'm going to put them on the top of the cake. And then we're going to do one more thing. Guys, let me finish this and I will see you in a moment. Alright, what now? I am going to put this into the fridge and I'm going to prepare one more thing that goes on the top of this cheesecake. Here we go. So, to the cheesecake, I'm going to make one more thing and it's going to be the mango jello. Yes. I could not find the mango jello in the store, so I decided that I am going to make my own. I got the mango juice and also unflavored gelatin. So I need, for 4 cups, I need all 4 envelopes. So I'm just going to add 1 cup of the juice into here. We're going to bloom the jelly and then we're going to warm a little bit more of that juice and we're going to make that jelly ready. Oh my god, why they are always so tight? There's no way. I need my husband. Okay, he opened it. So 1 cup. There we go. And I'm going to grab a little bit more to warm this out. So since I have a little bit more, I'm just going to add like 1 and a little bit of the other packet. So those are like little packets like this. And I'm just going to sprinkle this all over. You're going to see how it blooms. It starts blooming and I'm just going to add just a little bit of the other package. Okay, that's it. Let's warm this out and we'll be ready. Alright, now that warm, we are just going to add into here. I'm going to add a little bit more of a warm because that didn't warm it enough. Whole thing. Okay. I'm going to take this into the refrigerator so it cools down and it's going to be ready. I don't want to pour all that like this into the cheesecake because it's going to go not on the top of the cheesecake but under the cheesecake. Since the jelly is still in the fridge getting more like jelly looking, not like liquid, I am going to quickly do the other project. I'm going to put this mango into the jars, but first for this we need a liquid and it's going to be water with sugar. I already have the jars sterilized and now it's just only preparing the other stuff, and the mangoes are also cut so that should be quick and easy. Right, so let's just heat up the water. Now we're just going to add the sugar. I have around, I would say, 4 cups of water, and I just added like 6.5 teaspoons of sugar. I never measure, I'm sorry guys. It's just, it needs to be sweet, but not overwhelming sweet. Now we're just going to warm this up. When it starts bubbling, I'm just going to start doing the other stuff. While the water is starting, I'm just going to take care of the mangoes. So I have 3 sterilized jars. I don't want to do too much because I just want to have some of it. I'm going to cut them in half because that's going to be 2 big pieces in there. Okay, one done. I need to cut one more mango. I just like to have them 3 jars, not like 1.5. Yep. Yeah, this is why I like to quickly process them because they're going to get bad really quickly. going to put the small pieces too. Water is ready. Let's add the water with the sugar mixture. Okay, that's it. And the only thing is make sure that they are all in that liquid. Okay. Just try to submerge them in there. As much as you can. Okay, here you go. Now the only thing to do is to wipe the rims so they are dry. Make sure that this is dry too. All of that was sterilized before we did that. And now we're going to tie this up as much as you can. Okay, do it one by one. And the last one. Okay. All right. While we're doing this everything, I checked the jelly and it looks like it's getting better. So I'm just going to have that in here poured. So just one by one, just pour this in here slowly. I want to make sure that all the mangoes are submerged in that jelly. I don't want any of it to be sticking out. Okay, that should be perfect. I cannot add more because it's going to swim out. Okay, now we're going to cover that whole thing, or maybe not because I don't want to lose that jelly. I'm just going to leave this in the refrigerator to get more steady as a jelly. I see some sticking it out. A few mangoes sticking out. Just push them in. Do not allow them to be sticking. Okay, done. Perfect. And the last thing to do is to put them into the mixture, but before I just do them, I'm going to put the paper in, and on the top of that paper they will go and stand, and be careful not to burn yourself like I almost did. Okay, I am going to count that for 10 minutes. Alright, they are ready. Now we need to pull them out, but I need to be very gentle with that. I'm just going to put this over here so it's not straight on the heat. So it's not heat on the countertop, like directly on the countertop. Okay. Here we go. 1. 2. And 3. Woo! Made it. Look at them, how gorgeous they look. Now the only thing to do is the mango martini, but that I am going to do way later. It's too early to make it because we're going to go outside when it's like later evening, so stay tuned to that. It's going to be coming in a moment. There you go. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look amazing? So the jello is all good. Let's cut it and let's try. The first piece, it's always hard to pull it out. Alright, I'll do my best to pull this out. I did it, kind of. We left the crunchy stuff behind. Here you go, the layers of the cake. Oh my god, doesn't that look gorgeous? Let me move this piece so you can see it. First bite. Amazing. Oh my god. Worth doing. Wow. You have so many flavors, from the crunchy brownie chocolate base through this creamy mango flavored cheesecake, and then you have this jelly with the mango. It is heaven. Highly recommend making that cheese. Also, I want to tell you the differences between the cheesecake that you, like in the US, people are used to, and the Polish cheesecake. So American cheesecake, it's usually made with the Philadelphia cheese cream. American cheesecake is always made with the Philadelphia cheese, In Poland, our cheesecake, but the baked one, we make actually with the farmer's cheese. It's totally different thing than the creamy Philadelphia cream cheese, because I'm not sure if it's something similar to cottage cheese, but not exactly. It's not as wet as cottage cheese, but has those textures. So to make that creamy cheesecake, we grind that the farmer's cheese like around 3 times, and then this is how we make the cheese. If it's coming to making like a cold cheese, we have a special kind of it's not a yogurt, it's like a cheese, something similar to the Philadelphia cream cheese, but it's a little bit different. It's more into it's between the Philadelphia cream cheese and yogurt, something in between if it's coming to a texture, and we called it serek homogenizowany. I'm sorry, it has a lot of Polish difficult words. Serek homogenizowany, and this is what we at least used to use in Poland for making like a cold cheesecake. And I'm not sure what is it right. I'm not sure what's right now being used over there for the cold cheesecake, because I was in Poland for so many years, and I know that everything is changing over there. They always find some new ways, amazing ways, most often. And yeah, cold cheesecakes are really good, but this one, woo! Wow. It's like presentation and the taste, but it's a heaven. Alright, next it's coming the drink, but it's still too early to make it, so it's coming in a moment. Alright, I need to get quickly ready because they're almost ready and I am not ready. So it's going to be a quite fun assemble first. I have a vodka. It's 40%, should be good, okay? And I'm going to assemble it a little bit. So I have a coconut, shredded coconut in here. There we go. It should be here. And I am going to add that juice, or you can add water or lemon. Okay, I'm just going to put that in here, put the rim down. Okay, and now in that pretty coconut, come on, get in there. And here we go, something like that. Doesn't have to be precise, but it needs to look presentable. Okay. Alright. Now, here is our mango puree. Let's open the Polish vodka. Yes, it's Polish vodka, but has still the stamp with the Polish godło. Here's the grass that is still inside, and I am going to add how much, I don't know. I'm just going to add. And I'm going to try if it's not too strong. Okay, I'm not going to add more because I don't want to make them drunk. Let's mix it. I need to at least taste alcohol in here. This is going to be way too thick. I need to add a little bit of this mango juice. It's just pure mango puree. No, more. I don't taste any alcohol in there. Getting better. A little bit more. Okay, should be in. Alright. Now I am just going to add that here. I am not a professional barista. Okay. And on the top, just slightly, I am just going to add juice. To have that, at least try to have that separated. Okay, here we go. I don't know, but Polish vodka always tastes good with everything. Cheers, guys. Oh, yeah. Perfect amount of vodka, perfect amount of pulp of the mango. Friends, with the big cheers to all of you and each of you for being with me until the end. And I will see you soon with a new amazing contest. Cheers. Bye.